Hey guys, it's Vanessa and it is soup season, right? So I'm going to be making a Tuscan bean soup tonight, and I just wanted to show you how easy it's going to be and like super cheap, really. And we're going to be doubling the recipe just because when I bought this enormous bag of kale, I'm like, we're never going to eat all that unless it's in a recipe. So I'm going to double the recipe tonight. It's going to be super duper easy. So how I got started is I just have the pot warming up and I've got some oil in there, but we're going to get some veggies ready to go. Okay. So we're just going to throw in, and I'm just going to kind of wing these because I'm not actually measuring anything out. So we need to get some carrots ready. So I'm using the Rapid Prep mandolin. So this is really great. I don't know which way to turn it. I don't know, maybe like this so you can kind of see how it works. But this works to do any slicing and dicing, anything that your little heart desires, all right? So you can get this as a French fry kit. Make your own French fries at home. Who loves going to the carnival or the fair or whatever to get fresh cut French fries? Make them yourself. They're going to be so much cheaper. I'd like to say healthier, but probably not, right? Okay, so let me just clean this up here. Probably should wait, but you know, try to keep it clean. Okay, so we just put this on there. I already have the dial set to where it needs to go. There are directions that come with it. You know how I feel about directions, so I just gave it a test run just to see how it's going to go. Okay, so, oh, and this, remember those like play school toys where you learned how to put your shapes in? That comes in handy right now. Okay, so make sure that you have it going in the right way. And the food holder will just push it right in there. So we'll just see how quick and easy this is. Just shoot all of the carrots right inside there. So much quicker than doing it by hand, right? Who wants to be doing any of that by hand? So some of it came out long. That's okay. And the next thing that we're going to put through here is the onion. So, nobody likes cutting onions up, right? So we're just going to zip them right through here. Super quick and easy. So think about what you could be using this for in your house to prepare all of those veggies crazy, crazy fast. So you know what? I think I'm going to throw some more carrots right inside here. I don't think you can ever have enough. I love this recipe and how you can just kind of throw in whatever you like. You can customize it with some extra ingredients or sub some out. Okay. There we go. So that is nice and easy. I'll just take this out, and I have some that came down here, and I'm just going to dump it into my pan. Let that start to cook and do its thing. Get these out. I'm also going to put some celery in here. And I think I have some more onions that are already cut up that I'm just going to throw in here. This is kind of like one of those dump recipes where you just kind of put everything in and hope for the best, right? Okay, so while I've got this going, just going to warm this up for just a couple minutes. Now I want to tell you that this is actually a recipe that is made for a pressure cooker, but I wanted to show you that if you are, if you're afraid of like recipes that are for pressure cookers and you don't have one, it's totally fine because you can adapt the recipe to whatever cooking vessel that you have, okay? So let me just show you how I take this off. So there is an eject button here kind of, so I'm going to pull that out. There's the eject button, just kind of lift it up. Right there, and then this folds flat, this goes, and then this just pushes down and turns. So look how nice and easy peasy that is. It all fits inside itself for storage, of course, after it's clean, but I'm just going to get this out of the way here. Easy peasy. So what are some other things that you could use that for? Make sure that you let me know. Or maybe you have it in your house. I'd like to hear what kind of things you're slicing and dicing with it. It's perfect for salad season, right? So you can just pop everything in there and just shoot it up. Especially if you just want to toss salad, just kind of leave it all in there together anyway, and you are good to go, right? So let me give this another spin here. So if I was doing this in the pressure cooker or the multi-cooker, just set it on the sear setting. Put your oil in there, heat it up. brown your veggies just a teensy little bit. So I'm just going to let this go for another couple seconds, I think. I had this nice and hot, so it's going really, really well. All right. So this is all very easy so far. Anybody can pull this together, even if you've got kiddos at home. They're quite capable of pulling all of that out. And then what we're going to do is get our other ingredients ready. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do once those veggies are ready is we're going to put in, now remember, I am doubling this. So everything I put in here, we're doubling at this point. So I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes. So if you've never seen this before, absolutely one of my must-have things. I use this practically every day in my kitchen, okay? So smooth edged can opener. I'm just kind of lean it onto the side here. So just kind of lean it on. It's just kind of attached, and you just keep turning. Okay, and then you're going to feel it kind of do like a little pop number. There it just went. So it just backspace, and then it's got these trigger. Press the trigger, and you've got the teeth. Can you see it right there? And I'm just going to use that to pull up on the side. There we go. I'm going to do it to the other one. No sharp edges. So everybody that takes trash out in your house is going to love you. Your trash person is going to love you. And you can use them for different things. If you want to use them for crafts or something, you can make them into like ornaments or who knows what. Okay, so just pull that aside. Give this another spin here. So after these are kind of cooked up here, we're going to start putting some of our other ingredients in. Now I also have 4 cans of cannellini beans. So really whatever kind of like beans that you have at home. I saw that white kidney beans was listed on here too, so I'm like, oh, what's the difference? One of them is supposed to have a little bit of a nuttier flavor, but honestly, they're interchangeable. So cannellini, white kidney beans, whatever you want to call them, okay? So I've got 4 cans of these. Make sure that you drain them and rinse them, because there's a bunch of like thick syrupy stuff. You don't want that on there, okay? And then we just have 2 of these boxes of veggie broth. I almost never buy vegetable broth. Honestly, I don't know why, but I didn't even think that they even sold it. Okay, so, oh, and I just realized I forgot to put some salt in here. So let me put about, whatever. If I forgot, it would be fine anyway. Okay, so I'll put about a teaspoon of salt right inside here. I don't know if it makes a difference. Remember, I'm doubling the recipe, so, and I posted this for you, so make sure that you go by that, not just what I'm putting in here, okay? So just give us another spin. And now I think it's okay to add some of our other ingredients, okay? So I wanted to make sure that I was using a big, big pot for this because I've got a lot of kale to throw in. So I'm going to put the 2 cans of diced tomatoes in here. And then I have the 2 boxes of vegetable broth. I love the boxes because they're already measured out for 4 cups. How much easier can you get, right? So you could grab the cans, but I don't recommend it. Just do this. Of course, you could always make your own. Does anybody store their veggies in their freezer to use broth, to make broth out of later? Totally can. We'll do a special on that someday, okay? So let me just pour this right on inside here. All right, and then we have these cannellini beans. So 4 cans of cannellini beans. I'm just going to kind of dump right inside here. I already had them drained and rinsed, so I'm just going to throw that in there. And we have to put the star of the show, so we need this, all of the kale. So let me give this a spin. Now, the great thing about this kale is that I don't even have to pull anything out. So I was checking to see if I needed to like separate it and chop it because you're supposed to have it into smaller pieces. However, this kale is already ready to go. So I have to give Walmart a shout out. I don't know who else sells it like this, but normally I've had to like take the stems off and it's a real process. But this is going to be great. So you're supposed to use 6 cups of kale. I don't know how much this is, but I'm going to call it 12. So I'm going to use the whole bag. I'm just going to push this right inside here. I probably could do the math. I'm not going to, okay? All right, just kind of shove it in. And you know it's going to wilt as it cooks, but this is like super duper healthy. We haven't used anything, so if you have a diet that you're on or you're trying to watch your carbs, this is a great recipe. All right, and it's going like one of those feel-good ones that just, whoop, I might be out of space. We'll see how this goes, but I really would like to use all of this kale up. So I'm going to put a lid on here. I don't know if I have the right lid. I'll have to pull that down in a second because I think I could make a big mess when I do that, okay? So I'm just going to put the lid on and let that cook for a while, and the kale's going to kind of wilt down so I can add some more in. And I'm just going to let this cook. So just kind of eye it up. I'm really just going to go until I see it all boiling because I figure that that's going to be a good tell time. Don't have to worry about the meat cooking. However, let's talk about some extra things that you could add in here to make it extra yummy, all right? So the first thing, and this is actually on the recipe, so I'm not out of line, is if you get some Parmesan cheese. So here is my big tip, and if you've watched my videos before, you know that I always tell you to get the wedge of cheese or the block of cheese and shred it yourself, okay? So if you're getting the shaker cheese, you need to stop. It's got like anti-sticking agents in there and all that nasty stuff and preservatives. You don't want that. So just spend the extra couple bucks, get the wedge. You're going to get so much more cheese. But maybe you're thinking, oh my word, I don't want to have to be shredding cheese, right? So I'm going to tell you just how easy it is to take care of a wedge of Parmesan or Asiago cheese. Just slice it into fours and pop it in the deluxe cooking blender. It takes about, I don't know, 20 seconds maybe to shred this entire thing up. It's going to look like snow. It's going to be super fine. And then if it makes you feel better, you can put it into the shaker cheese container. Okay, so you can shake it out and feel like you are doing the same thing. But it's going to taste better. It's going to melt in your food better, and you're just going to be so much happier because ultimately you're going to save money, right? Okay, so the other thing that you can add into this recipe, and I love because you can add extra things in if you would like a protein in, grill up some chicken, throw that in too. You can even cook that right in the pressure cooker. Just adjust your time. I think the recipe for this is 15 minutes. If you're doing like chicken, try to brown it up a little bit first. Do that before your veggies maybe. Or just adjust the time so that it goes for about 20 minutes because that should be enough to get the chicken done also. But the one ingredient that I think I might actually put in tonight is some extra bacon. So usually when I buy a pack of bacon, I lay it all out on my large bar pan and I throw it in the oven and I cook it all up in once. I use half of it and then I crumble the other half, or I leave it in strips, whatever, and I throw it in the freezer. So when I have a night like tonight and I don't feel like cooking bacon to go along with it, but I could really love that extra flavor in my meal, I pull it out of my freezer, pop it in, and it's going to be delicious and give that extra flavor. Okay, so with that, that is as easy as it gets, right? So I've got a meal for a couple days and something that's healthy too. So if you're in a weight loss challenge like what I am, I'm going to be eating this for a couple days anyway, just to make sure that I win. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be back another time to share another delightful recipe with you. So you have a great day. Bye, guys.